has not tried it. You understand? But sometimes people will say, oh, this is superstition, this is this, and all that. Sometimes those things you ignore and cause superstition and all that may be the reason why you are not getting one thing or the other. You understand? Now, truly there is a saying that says, what you believe in works for you. Yes, whatever you believe in works for you. And whatever you don't believe in doesn't work for you. You understand? But I have been having people call to say they started a business within a couple of days, weeks, or months, and all that, the business folded up. Now, there is one thing about life I always believe. If you're doing something and you keep getting one result, why not try something else to see if you will get a different result at the end of the day? You may feel it's superstition, but since you have not been doing that which you call superstition, and that's which you have been hoping for, you have not achieved it. Sometimes, why not try these things you say, for those that call it superstition, why not try them and see if they will help? As long as it involves nothing that has to do with evil and all that, as long as you're not soiling your hands, why not give these things a try? Probably God will step in. So I came across a write-up that talks about if you want to start up a business and you want to succeed in your business, or you have a job and you want your pay to be useful to you in that job, that there are days you shouldn't pay you shouldn't pay money or get paid in return. You understand? So when I saw it, I was wondering, like, how possible is this? So when I decide to post some things, if I am not too certain, I go extra miles to find out, to get some information about whatever it is. So when I saw that, I decided to make friends with a woman that is a thrift collector. So this woman comes to my area to collect and thrift. Thrift collector, that is what the Yorubas call alajo. So one day she was having a quarrel with someone and she was trying to tell the person, I inherited this business, my mother has been into it, my mother and all that. I never knew that one day I will need her help. So when I read this thing that says there are days you should collect money and there are days you shouldn't be paid so that the money will be useful to you, I said, oh, I remember this thrift collector. I didn't know how to go meet her because you can't walk up to someone and begin to ask them some certain questions. So I decided to start paying thrift with her. I called her, I told her I want to start paying thrift with her. So after like paying like 5 times, I called her one day. I asked her politely, I said, the other day you were quarreling with someone and you were telling the person your mother have been in the business and all blah 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 blah. I said, did you inherit the business from your mom? This is a very elderly woman. And she said yes, that her mother was into the business before she passed it on to her, this, that. I said, wow. So I asked her, please, I want to confirm some things from you. She was like, do you not want to go into business of thrift collecting and all that? Do you want to go into the business? People pay for me to tell them how to go about it. This trade, if you're not wise in it, blah, blah, blah. I said, no, ma, I am not going into the thrift collector, so you don't see me like a competitor. She said, okay, what is it? So I decided to ask her. I said, I heard that there are days in which if you receive money or you are being paid money, this money will not be useful to you, or if you're going into business, this. She said, you people that went to school, thank God you people are beginning to reason. Because you people that went to school, you always think that education is everything. Education is this. I say, I don't buy markets. So after her ranting and all that, I said, no, ma, I want to know now. This is not, it has nothing to do with education. I humbly want to know. Can you please tell me? She said, yes. So I asked her, is it true that if you want to borrow money to go into a business, you should borrow this money on Tuesdays? She was like, come, who told you this? I said, no, ma, I read it somewhere. I read it somewhere. She said, money is a spirit. That is what people don't know. That money is a spirit most times, and it's a guest. Depending on how you entertain money, sometimes that is how it stays. She said, God Almighty has given us some wisdom as humans, but sometimes we prefer to behave as if we know it all, especially those that are educated. She said, yes, should you want to go borrow money for a business, and you want that business to excel, that you should borrow that money on Tuesdays. I said, okay. So I said, ma, are you saying if I want to borrow money from you now for a business, I should come on Tuesday? She said, why will I come on Tuesday? And is it everybody that wants to borrow money for business comes on Tuesday? But that she just liked me. She just tried to tell me this. We laughed over it. So I asked her again. At this point, you know now, I had to bribe her with some menu that makes her happy, and she was relaxed and ready to talk to me. I asked her, so is it true that if you want to be paid, for example, you want to be someone want to pay you money they borrowed from you or something, someone want to just pay you a debt or something, the person should pay you on Wednesday? She said that is true. So I said, what if you are a working class? Is it true that you should get paid? If you can, you tell your boss to pay you on Thursdays. She said, come. Where did you get all this information from? I told her, I got it online. I read it online somewhere. So I just want to confirm. She said, well, some information are given to people that one loves and all that. And because I have entertained her, so she's giving me those information. I said, okay, thank you. She said, yes. That especially that she wants to talk about borrowing money for business, and that's what she wants to emphasize on. That because payment of salary, you can't tell your boss to pay you on Thursday and all that, but she wants to tell me about business. That because she can see me always going or buying something, she see me and she gets to understand. She asked someone and the person told her I am selling things and all that. That is one secret she wants to give me. She said, I don't pray that you go borrowing, but we all need one another in life. I said, amen, no. At least I can go get some money from World Bank now. She said, if for any reason you want to borrow money and you know that that money is for your business, you want to invest it for business, and you want to succeed in this business, borrow it on Tuesdays. Borrow it on Tuesdays. And if you are owing someone money, now, rather, if someone is owing you and they want to pay you, ask them to pay you on Wednesdays. I say, whoa, okay. Thank you. She said, okay, I also asked her, is it true that as a money lender, thrift collectors and all that, if you want to lend money, you lend it out on Tuesdays and Saturdays? She said yes. So I asked her, is there any hidden spiritual backup to these days? She said there is nothing spiritual about it, but that it's some universal knowledge, or how did she put it, that some people don't know. That if you don't know something, you may tend to fail in it. She said these are some things that some people know and they are using it to their own advantage and they are excelling. They are excelling. That there is nothing fetish or whatever about it. You understand? I said, there is nothing fetish about. She said, no, there is nothing fetish about it. That's, we human fail to understand that God Almighty controls the universe, and then also there's some universal law that controls the universe that you sometimes have to work with. If you don't work with them, they may not work with you. So you begin to feel things are not working and all that. So today, I bring it to us. If you want to borrow money for your business, now it's not money for any other thing, but basically for your business, do that on Tuesday. Yes. Then if you want to pay money, you want to pay someone the money you're owing them and all that. Now, this one should be to the person that is being owed. You, when you want to collect your money that is being owed, you tell the person to give it to you on a Wednesday so that the money will be useful to you. For those working, I don't think there is how you can make it in such a way to tell your boss. You know, sometimes they just pay it into your bank. But if it's something you collect hand to hand, I don't know how you, by the time you tell your boss, I want you to pay me every Thursdays, he or she may begin to wonder, oh, like seriously, what is happening? You understand? So if you're a money lender, a thrift collector, I know if you're a money lender, a thrift collector, probably you may have this knowledge. But if you don't, if you can, but no can hold person money, say you go wait till Tuesday or Saturday, give them their money. But if you can, Tuesdays and Saturdays are very pleasant days. So that was how my thrift collecting with her ended. When she came the next day, I said, ma, I am not doing thrift collecting again. But however, in order to make her happy for the information given, I told her, the ones I have done for 5 days, you can have it. At least she gave me a vital information that is useful. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you all. It's no other person but Gloria Cheesy. Oh, thank you.